today, Sunday at USA Gym. We went through a couple of the basic movements, heavy compound movements. I like to change my training style up. Sometimes I like to do more band work rather than heavy compound movements, but here I am, 2 weeks out from my first show, 6 weeks from my second show, so we want to lift heavy to get as much blood into the muscle as possible.
Yep, a key to any competitor is lift as heavy as you can for as long as you can, in my opinion. So I'm 13 weeks out from the Olympia, so two different types of bodies, but you know, we did the same workout and just modified it a little bit, and it worked great for each of us. So I'm with Women's Physique, she's with Bikini, so we're both looking to get those hard glutes.
Yes, always, always. And that's the other thing about, you know, lifting heavy compound movements is you're gonna burn the most amount of calories in that time. So the heavier you lift, the more calories you burn. You're burning calories up to 48 hours after that lift. So don't be afraid to push heavy weights. Neither of us look manly. So just keep at it. Sure, well, since I'm a bikini athlete, I actually hit glutes, isolated glutes, 3 times a week. Again, my training style changes every 6 to 8 weeks. So now I am starting to incorporate more legs onto my glute days, hamstrings, and a little bit of quads. But with Women's Physique competitors, Autumn?
I've done a lot of different things. It all depends on how good of glutes you have. So I've done an all total soul butt day. Then I've also incorporated some on my quad dominant day, ham dominant day. I've done it all together. I've tagged it onto the end of like every workout sometimes. So it kind of just depends on what phase of training you're at and how you're looking. As you lean out for a show, a lot of things start flattening out and you realize how much muscle you actually have once the fat's gone. So for me, keeping my glute muscularity is important because I tend to lose it. So
yes, and of course that's so important for any women competitor. You know, they do look at those glutes in every division.
Yeah. Right, so if you tend to have a saggy bottom, pancake bottom, it kind of depends on where it's at, because you really need to think of like your upper shelf, your outer, and your under, and then even the whole thing. So you have all the different muscles of the glutes. So, you know, depending on think about angles, which direction. So if it's outer glute, you know, outer movement. If it's upper, think high. If it's lower, think stretch. So that's
I think a lot of girls forget that the glute is not just one muscle. You know, there's different parts to each muscle group. Even with your delt, there's different parts to each part of the delt. So you want to make sure that you hit all those parts to make sure you get those round, full-shaped glutes.